Skibidi Toilet, as we know, is officially dead. It will continue on. It will continue being released, but not in the manner of which most people that are diehard fans, especially in the subreddit, are acquainted with Skibidi Toilet. Skibidi Toilet has been animated from its inception in SFM, but now the company known as Invisible Narratives, the name that most people will know him by, Inves, has completely taken over Skibidi Toilet. They released the first episode of a new series, Skibidi Toilet Emergence. This caused widespread pandemonium in the subreddit, in YouTube, in the Skibidi Toilet community. In my opinion, Skibidi Toilet is dead as we know it. They will now animate in Unreal Engine 5, and the first episode is abysmal. It's terrible. It's absolute dog water. This marks a new day in Skibidi Toilet history. And I think a lot of people are coping. I think a lot of people are delusional. But the reality will soon set in that this is Skibidi Toilet from now on. Where's Boom? Where's Boom? Boom is an executive producer, meaning he is no longer directing Skibidi Toilet. He's gone. He's out the picture. Whatever happened behind the screen, whatever happened beyond what we know to be true, behind the scenes, it has led to Inves taking control of Skibidi Toilet, the company which maintained some Skibidi Toilet rights in 2023. It started off as toys, merchandise, books, clothing, and they are now directing with their own team, not Boom's team, their own team, Skibidi Toilet. But the writing has been on the wall for the last year and a half. What do I mean by that? Before the Astro arc started in Skibidi Toilet, the episodes, the arcs were nicely written. The story being told during the Bunker arc, during the retrieval of Titan Speaker Man arc, during the Cinema Man era, the story did not call for levels of complex writing. It was subtle, it was on the nose, you get to point A, point B, here's the conflict. Old Skibidi Toilet had a charm to it, because this is when characters would even speak together. It was a mute series, but it did the job pretty well. Fast forward to the Astro arc, and this, in my opinion, was the beginning of the end. This is when the story took a toll on Boom. And I want to bring this up because me and my friends, we think that this is the arc that demotivated, demoralized the fuck Boom. When you introduce characters that are too powerful, you have to quickly catch up the protagonist of the series, which is the Alliance. When Titan Cameraman disappeared in episode 74 and has been gone for a year and a half, there is no logical explanation to explain his disappearance. And why is that? Because in episode 77, we see upgraded Titan TV Man get his ass beat, the brakes beaten off that motherfucker, by 3 powerful, no-name Astros. And to finish the job was Juggernaut. How do you write Titan Cameraman successfully surviving after one of the strongest Titans gets the literal shit box ridden off of him? You can't. It doesn't make sense. Then you have G Toilet, who is out of nowhere the Optimus Prime of the toilets, the Optimus Prime of Skibidi Toilet. He has been gone for almost a year. If the Alliance is working with the toilets, how do you write him off screen? Why is he off screen? Why is he not with the Alliance? These things aren't making sense. The writing has been on the wall. Then the Speaker Armada, they come out of nowhere. One mention, no buildup. Do you see the problem here? The antagonists were too powerful for the series' own good, that you have to keep these characters off screen with no logical explanation. These were the warning signs. And to top it off, the release times getting further and further and further away. How do you write a story when the story's antagonists are too powerful for the protagonist? This was the beginning of the end for Skibidi Toilet, in my opinion. So, Inves comes out of nowhere and releases Skibidi Toilet Emergence. But Skibidi Toilet Emergence is even a bigger blunder of illogical fallacies. We see a TV man for the first time in the series get one shot, killed on screen. It's not shocking because the TV men are extremely durable. They have survived the craziest of the craziest moments in the whole series. Just to be one-shotted by an Astro on screen, it's not impactful. Then, Secret Agent, one of the most egregious characters in my opinion to exist in the whole series. He can move mountains, turn water into wine. He can split the ocean in half. But now all of a sudden, Skibidi Toilet Emergence, he can't complete the job. Where did this guy go? Where did he go? He has been moving strings behind the scene. And all of a sudden, he's gone. Now we have Lucky Caraman, who is the next secret agent. If you ask me, I never liked, never will. I don't like Secret Agent. Secret Agent is a plot device. And this powerful god level of a character suddenly disappeared. That's not even the most egregious part of Skibidi Toilet Emergence. The humans know who Secret Agent is. He's broadcasting a signal throughout the earth. What is going on in this story? Lastly, Lucky Caraman is the key to ending the war with the supposed secret weapon being something if fused with Lucky Man and all three power components determines the war. The Astros are so powerful. We got a plot device MacGuffin that comes out of nowhere to solve the problem. But since Invisible Narratives is a greedy corporation, we're going to drag this out for hundreds of episodes. And why do I say that? You have one of the weakest characters, Astro Hunter, who was introduced in episode 78. He is not strong. He is not a menace. He is not that guy. He got the shit beaten out of him in episode 78. Episode 79, he gets the brakes beaten off of him again. And all of a sudden, he is supposed to be a threat? I'm gonna take you to the Alliance, alive. If he's the key to the end of the war, kill him. You just heard everything. Why do you need to keep him alive? What is this god-awful writing?
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
Skibidi Toilet is gone. It's over. The writing for Emergence was so bad. We need to come to terms that Skibidi Toilet, for what we know it as, is gone. Even on Boom's worst day, Emergence does not clear. It does not pass what Boom has set forward. Boom was an independent animator, right? I'd rather see Boom, Deer from Ohio, and Strider. I'd rather see those three be a team over Invisible Narratives' multi-million-dollar operation. Because when you have independent animators, passion is involved. When a series, music groups, entertainment, when they become corporatized, it gets watered down. The passion is gone. How are we going to turn Skibidi Toilet into a money-making machine? And it's a sad day to be a fan of Skibidi Toilet. This is the YouTube series that made me start a YouTube after years. Don't let no one shame you for liking Skibidi Toilet, guys. Skibidi Toilet, as we know it, the run it's had, the 2-3 years of insane hype, millions of views, billions of views, a powerhouse of a series of literal toilets is gone. It's gone. And people in the sub are coping. People are not thinking that Emergence is a canon series, which it is. The cope is running its course. We will get more. We will get more content, but the content we fell in love with does not exist no more. And we can't place blame on Boom. Boom made his money. He sold Skibidi Toilet off. And now he's riding off into the sunset. You guys can be mad at him. You guys can hate him. But I will leave you with this. Even though Skibidi Toilet, as we know it, is changing, you got to appreciate the journey for what it was. You can be bitter. You can be upset. You can call Boom whatever names. Boom has done his job. The story, in my opinion, has gotten too much for him. And he made his money. He's getting his royalties. He made a series you guys all fell in love with, and that's all you could do. You could appreciate the man. You could thank him, give him his flowers, because Invisible Narratives is about to milk Skibidi Toilet for all it's worth. It's going to produce a lot of slop content. There is no excuse. Stop excusing the animators from Invisible Narratives and Unreal Engine 5. You have Transformers, a movie, however wanky its premise was, the story, even though the story isn't as good and as cringe, that CGI, almost 2 decades later, still holds up better than most media that's CG heavy released today. Stop giving these corporations the benefit of the doubt. If they wanted to release a first episode, it had to be a 10 out of 10. It had to be a banger. And there are too many people over here coping like, oh, no. They need time. They don't need time. There's no excuses for slop. There's no excuses for slop CGI. This concludes my journey of Skibidi Toilet. It's gone for what we know it as. I'm not much of a fan. I'm a very big name in the subreddit. You guys who are from that subreddit know who I am. I got tired of making critiques. I got tired of wanting better writing. And unfortunately, the run that Skibidi Toilet has had is coming to a close. Don't be bitter. Don't be upset. Just appreciate how far we've come. And unfortunately, Inves is going to milk this puppy for all it's worth. But that's the end of the video. Skibidi Toilet has been an amazing run. It's been my guilty pleasure. And it's sad to see it go. Comment, like, share, and subscribe for more. Critical Creeper.